Like every other sport, tennis can get pretty intense, but it's always heartwarming to see what our favorite athletes are like off the courts. And while it's cute to see up-and-coming players hanging out with their parents, nothing makes us feel as mushy as Mirka and Federer do. Today, let's talk about Mirka Federer's act comes to light in the wake of Roger's tennis farewell. Starting with Mirka's wholesome act. An emotional incident at the Laver Cup after Roger Federer's last match has been captured on film, with Mirka Federer comforting a distraught Rafa Nadal. Over the weekend, Federer's biggest competitors came to honor his career in London's O2 Arena, resulting in a spectacular swan song. The two-time defending champion and his fiercest adversary, Nadal, played their last match together and lost to Xisca and France's Tiafoe. Federer has won 20 Grand Slam titles. Images of Federer and Nadal holding one another and crying during the joyful homage as tennis said farewell to an icon went viral across the globe. In a touching moment, Mirka eventually joined Federer on the court. Even when Mirka walked over to comfort a teary-eyed Nadal as he watched the celebration, the cameras were focused on Federer. She walked up to Nadal and he was in an embrace, and the two experienced a brief moment of intimacy. And while Nadal was clearly not smiling before, Mirka was able to change that. Moving on, the fans react to Mirka's sweet gesture. Federer got choked up during his post-match interview as he thanked Mirka for supporting him throughout his tennis career. Tennis fans recently saw touching moments between Roger Federer's wife Mirka and his fiercest opponent Rafael Nadal during his goodbye ceremony. Tons of spectators were holding out for the moment where Mirka Federer embraced every member of Team Europe, including Rafael Nadal. Fans had watched Mirka make her way toward the squad in previous clips, but the exact event was not shown live. On Thursday, a tennis fan who was there at the occasion and captured a videotape of the touching moment shared it with the rest of the tennis community. Here is Mirka Federer making the rounds and hugging all the Team Europe boys at the Laver Cup. Yes, there's the Rafa hug, Andy hug, etc. It was so touching, the attendee shared. Some video viewers were moved to tears, citing the week after Roger Federer's retirement as very emotional. The supporter remarked, "Every time I think I have recovered from this day emotionally, something pops up and I am back to crying," the fan said. A second spectator agreed, explaining that the game's intensity was palpable for everyone, from the players to the spectators. "Everyone cried during this moment. Hugging his family and kids broke me. It broke everyone who watched, especially the players there. I'll probably cry again if I see a full video till the end," the fan noted. Up next, Mirka's sportsman spirit. If you think that was the end of her wholesomeness, you've got it wrong. Other than being a wonderful mom and wife, she has also a great sportsman spirit. Seeing that Team Europe's other players were becoming upset as well, Mirka went over to hug Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic, and the rest of the team. Followed by Federer tears up for Mirka. Federer got choked up during his post-match interview as he thanked Mirka for supporting him throughout his tennis career. Federer added through tears, "Everybody's here tonight from my family, so it's amazing." He said over his 13 years of marriage, he's made many memories and had a blast. Everybody's here, the girls, the boys. It would have been possible without the love and encouragement of his wife. He added that she had every opportunity to intervene long ago, but chose not to. Because of her, he was able to keep going and playing. It's incredible. Roger finally ended it by thanking his beloved wife. Not to forget, Nadal experienced some strong emotions. Nadal said that it made him emotional to see Federer's family there for the historic event, and that it was a great send-off for his buddy. After their Laver Cup encounter, Nadal reflected on their long history of friendship. He said for him, it has been an enormous honor to be a part of this incredible event in the history of their sport. Because all the time, Roger has stood by or in front of him through pivotal moments in my life. he will be much missed when he departs the tour. He also added that seeing the family and friends has been quite touching. It was difficult to describe, but it was a remarkable experience. After the match, a video from the audience showed Nadal giving Federer's family a brief embrace. The two players remained on the court until the final whistle when Nadal was seen on camera embracing Federer's kids. As they make their last stroll down the tunnel, Federer embraces Nadal. This picture perfectly captures why Federer and Nadal were so beloved in the tennis community, as they met each other 40 times and won 42 Grand Slam championships. Moving on to other news, Djokovic might be going back to his best performance level. After winning the Tel Aviv championship on Sunday, Novak Djokovic has revealed that he is brimming with enthusiasm and confidence as he competes in the Austin Open this week. The fifth seed looked back to his best in a 6-1, 6-1 triumph against Christian Garin and discussed the impact of a championship win. Djokovic's first round win at the 2022 Astana Open was his most convincing year, as he only lost 2 games on his way to the round of 16. The fifth-seeded player arrived at the brand new event hot off his 89th career victory the week before. After nearly 3 months away from competition, when he was ineligible to play the North American hardcourt circuit due to his unvaccinated status, the 35-year-old stated that it made a world of difference to come to Kazakhstan with another championship under his belt rather than losing the final. Although there was a significant contrast between the fast surface in Tel Aviv and the slower courts in Astana. The 21-time Grand Slam winner seemed as in control as ever. He also said that he had no trouble adapting to the change in court pace. Having just returned from a successful comeback to competition in Tel Aviv, the Serb was obviously feeling good about himself. Djokovic's first victory extended his winning run to 12 matches, including the Wimbledon and Tel Aviv crowns. Not to forget Emma Raducanu and an injury. Now that Raducanu knows her destiny at the Agel Open in Ostrava this week, she will go up against the formidable 5th seed, Daria Kazakhstina. The fact that she is competing in Ostrava, despite having to withdraw from the semifinals of the previous Korea Open due to injury, shows that she is healthy and ready to return to action. This week, Raducanu competes in the WTA 500 in the Czech Republic, her first competition back on the court after leaving the Seoul Open with an injury. The 19-year-old advanced to the semifinals of the Korea Open, her greatest finish since winning the 2021 US Open, before withdrawing with a left glute injury in the third set against Jelena Ostapenko. The British number 1 had a week off after losing in the 4th round of the Korea Open, 4-6, 6-3, 3-0 to the Latvian. But she is still in the draw in Ostrava, where she faces a challenging first-round opponent. In her first round, she will play Kazakhstina, ranked 67th in the world, and in the second round, she may face Victoria Azarenka, champion of the Australian Open twice. The reigning champion at Flushing Meadows lost in the first round in straight sets to Alizé Cornet, dropping from the 11th rank in the world to 83rd. Nonetheless, she has begun her ascent back up the rankings by competing in various lower-level WTA 250 tournaments and is now ranked number 67th heading into the Agel Open. Finally, Rafa's uncle had some things to say. Nadal resumed play in impressive fashion at the start of the year, going on a 20-match winning run after having to stop his 2021 season in August due to injury. The Spaniard won the Australian Open, Melbourne, and Acapulco on the same Grand Slam run to set a new record for most Grand Slams won by a single player. Although he had an injury at Indian Wells, he came back strong to win his 22nd major and 14th at Roland Garros. The 36-year-old was set to play Nick Kyrgios in the Wimbledon semifinals, and he was on track to capture his 3rd consecutive Grand Slam championship when he tore his abdomen. Now, Nadal's uncle and ex-coach have stepped in, saying that the 36-year-old might have had an amazing year. Sure, he's had a rough year. Tony told AS that he had been inconvenienced all season, which had ruined what might have been an astounding year. Even though Nadal came out on top with victories in Australia and Roland Garros, Tony said, "You leave with a bittersweet feeling in your mouth." There were issues at both New York and Wimbledon that prevented him from playing in the semifinals when he was in contention for the championship. That's a wrap for this video. So, what did you think of Mirka's adorable move? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.